Welcome back to Gen Me, a podcast for Gen Z, by Gen Z. And today I'm with another one of my good friends, because I know every time I do an episode, I always say it's a good friend, but another one of my good friends, Kyla-Drew. She is an 18-year-old actress, dancer, and student. She's been on Dad Stop Embarrassing Me on Netflix, How I Met Your Mother, the movie Prisoners, Grey's Anatomy, Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn on Nickelodeon, and Jessie. So Kyla-Drew, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we are going to really dive into her career and, what it means for her to be in the industry at such a young age. So you're 18 years old.
Yes.
How long have you been acting for?
I've been acting since I was 6 years old, but I moved to LA when I was 8 years old, and that's when I really started to get into it.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yes.
So what prompted you to move from Atlanta to LA? For acting?
Yes, acting.
Purely acting.
Purely acting. And then I got here, and shoot, we've been here almost 10 years.
Period. So you are, did you have like management in Atlanta that told you to move to LA, or were you just like, fuck it, I am moving to LA and seeing it where it takes me?
I actually came to LA with my acting coach.
Oh,
I was taking
okay.
an acting class, and the whole entire class came to LA. And then we did a showcase at the end with like a whole bunch of agents and managers. And then the first time I came out here, I got an agent, and they told us that, me and my mom, that we needed to move to LA.
Yeah.
And so we did.
And your mom just like, that's cute that your mom like picked everything up and just left.
I mean, I told her, when you gonna stop focusing on your career and start focusing on mine? So
yeah,
she took me serious.
And look where it's led you.
Exactly.
So what was your favorite show that you've been on, or movie? Because I know I mentioned it in the beginning, and those are really, those are huge like productions.
I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite, just because each and every one has been like special in its own way.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun filming Dad Stop Embarrassing Me.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie. That was really fun. I was doing that simultaneously with my first semester at USC, but it was on Zoom.
USC was on Zoom, not the filming,
no,
right?
No. USC was on Zoom, but it was still a lot to like balance.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Were you a full-time student at USC while?
I was.
Shut up.
4 classes.
So how often would you be filming? Before I get into that, for those that don't know, Dad Stop Embarrassing Me was a Netflix TV show starring Jamie Foxx, and Kyla was playing Jamie Foxx's daughter, Sasha. And it's basically, what is the show about?
It's honestly a dad trying to navigate his teenage daughter and fatherhood. That's pretty much how I can explain it. And every episode is like a different way, like a different obstacle that he has to face and overcome.
So how did you manage, filming this Netflix special with Jamie Foxx and being a full-time student at USC?
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard, but my professors definitely helped me out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the crew on the show helped me so much. I would tell them, look, I have a test, look, I have a Zoom.
Yeah.
And they would like coordinate and try to
Really?
figure out the schedule so I could make everything
That's
work.
awesome. I love how like they work with that's really cool. How was it working with Jamie Foxx?
Oh, it was dope. He's hilarious. Every day is a movie. I swear.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
So what was your reaction when you got that role? I feel like that's insane.
Yes, I was in astronomy class because I was a transfer student to USC.
Me too.
And so I was in my astronomy class. My manager was calling me, and I was about to take a quiz. So I was like, I'll call you back. She was like, no, this is important.
Ooh.
I walked out of my class, and it was a whole conference call, and they were like,
you got this.
Here's Sasha.
Yeah.
And then I went back in and I finished my quiz.
Were you over the moon? No pun intended.
Yeah. I like what you did there. It was fun. I was really excited.
Yeah. That I feel like that's like the pinnacle of like any person's dream, is like to work for like such a big star, because like that's so good for exposure too.
Yes.
So
it was really cool.
What was before Dad Stop Embarrassing Me, what was your big break?
Ooh, my big break?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like whenever I meet people, like somebody might know me from something that I did when I was like 9 or 10, like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Or they might know like Dad Stop Embarrassing Me or like Prisoners. Like I think it really just depends on like the audience.
Yeah, that's true.
But
because I was doing research on you before, because I gotta get my interview questions, and a lot of your TikTok comments were like, "Oh my God, wasn't she on that Nickelodeon show?"
Yes.
So I feel like a lot of your young fans kind of see you in that.
Yes, like Nicky Ricky Dicky Dawn. Yes.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people.
What a mouthful to
watch that.
say.
Yes.
Oh my God. So how long were you doing that for?
That went 3 seasons.
Okay.
And so that was like over 3 years when I was younger. It was cool. It was my first time really getting to work with kids, which was
But you were
fun.
a kid, no?
I was a kid,
But they
but I
were
would
younger
always
than
work
you.
on like adult shows and like adult films and just like with older people. And so it was really cool to work with like kids my age for once.
Yeah. And I feel like it's good also like to, make friends within those industries because like I feel like all your castmates are probably also in the industry and you guys can like maybe hopefully like lean on each other one day.
Yeah, no, it's really nice to kind of have that collective community.
Yeah. Well, before we get more into things, we do a segment on the show.
Ooh.
Where we try a new alcoholic drink, but since you are under 21.
Yeah, no alcohol for me.
No alcohol for her. We have Poppy prebiotic soda. We have the raspberry rose flavor. So, wait, we do. Oh.
Drink Poppy?
Drink Poppy. Ooh.
I'm like doing the tingle.
Yeah.
So
everyone.
explode.
Yeah. Everyone puts these microphones on. They just go all ASMR.
Wait, that's actually kind of nice. That sound.
I know. We gotta cheers, queers it.
Oh, period.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers.
So.
Stop, because I actually heard that Poppy, kind of full disclaimer, but it's public knowledge. I have really bad cramps, and so I heard that Poppy is supposed to help you with cramps.
Well, yeah, it's prebiotic, so prebiotics for a healthy gut. Thanks, Poppy.
I'd love to see it. Thank you.
I don't know why I'm saying thank you. I actually bought it, but you guys, thank you for the drink. Who is your main inspiration when it comes to acting? Who do you look up to?
Oh, when it comes to acting?
Yeah, I know like your main inspiration is me, but when it comes to acting.
That is hard.
Really? You don't have like an acting like role model?
Not really.
Okay.
And I don't say that. Oh, no.
Okay.
Like, because I don't want to be the next this person or the next that person. Like, I want to be the first Kyla-Drew.
Well, then what qualities of yourself do you see in other people? Next question. Next question.
Yeah, that's hard. We have to circle back to that one.
We will. I'm gonna remind me at the end of the episode.
Okay.
What was one of your like funniest experiences while being on set or like of a show?
Ooh, one of the funniest experiences. That's how too, because I'm over here thinking of like all the sets that I've been on. And I'm like, gosh dang. I think one of the funniest ones was I got started on an episode of Station 19, and I got to wreck an RV into their fire station.
That's awesome.
That was kind of fun.
That's like anger management.
Yes.
I hope you got like your heart broken the day before, and then like you just like unleash all of that havoc in the RV.
Yeah, and well, at the time I was learning how to drive, so kind of like correlated with one another. So that was fun, and it's kind of iconic because I mean, how many episodes do you see somebody like, what show would somebody crash an RV into their fire station?
Yeah, normally it's like the other way around. Yeah. Normally it's like you crash your RV somewhere and then the fire station comes to help you.
Exactly. It's giving iconic.
It's giving iconic. So what was your experience like acting at such a young age, being thrust into that industry?
It was great for me because I've always loved to perform. I started off competitive dancing and then I started acting. I just wanted to be on the big screen. So I loved it. Yeah.
You didn't face any challenges or?
I don't think so. I think the only, I wouldn't say challenge because anyone can face it, is you're definitely super hyper aware about your image. Like coming to college, like I'm super aware of, I know I have a clean image. I want to keep that clean image. And I know the way I want people to portray, I know the way that I want people to see me and view me. And just, keeping that in mind in terms of like decision making.
And what is that image that you want people to see of you?
Somebody that they want to look up to.
Okay.
Just positive.
No, I mean, you definitely give off that image. And I know you personally. I know like that's really how you are in real life. Because I feel like with so many public figures, you see like one side of them. And then like in private, they're like a complete different side.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you know a lot of those too. So that's really like good when you see someone like, how they're portrayed in real life and then how they're portrayed in the media. So when you said you went to USC, how has that experience been going to USC like as a public figure in a way? Do you think has it impacted you a lot, or
Ooh, going to USC.
like do people recognize you on campus sometimes?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think. I feel like I try to like. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty approachable.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think I'm approachable?
Yeah. No, like
yeah.
when I first met you, we have a friend in mutual called Bryce, who I also interviewed on this podcast, Bryce Xavier, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you know this girl. Like she seems like really like funny and nice, and like I looked her up on Instagram, and like I saw that you guys follow each other, and me and Kyla are like in 4 classes, so I'm like, she's friends with Bryce, she must be like a nice person. So
yes, and so I feel like as long as I always try to emphasize that like I view us as like we're classmates.
Yeah.
Like we go to the same school.
Yeah.
We're trying to get not the same degrees, but a USC degree. Like we're on the same like trajectory right now.
100%.
Like, so.
So when you're at USC, what is your major?
I'm a journalism major with a minor in sports, business, and management and screenwriting.
So what do you want to do when you're older?
I want to start my own production company and start cranking out movies and
Period.
shows. And
do you want to continue to act?
Oh, yes, while continuing to act.
Okay. I feel like USC is the best place for that. Like, to be honest, like this School of Cinematic Arts, I mean, everything is like so good for careers, and especially like the USC connections and everything.
Oh, yes. It's so exciting because in my screenwriting class, in each and every one of my classes, I'm basically writing scripts, like the first acts of scripts. And like my dream is to like see these scripts like turn into reality.
So how has it been, aside from doing Dad Stop Embarrassing Me, how has it been managing your professional life with USC?
I think I've been doing a pretty good job. You know, when we came back, because my first year at USC, we were on Zoom. And then finally coming back in person, I really wanted to get involved with school.
Yeah.
Like I joined dance team. I joined a sorority, AKA.
Shout out.
Yes. And I joined clubs and all that stuff. I just wanted to be involved.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done a good job of like balancing, work and school. And I have one more year left.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep balancing it out.
Do you have any cool, exciting things coming up that you can share or no?
Stay tuned.
Okay, stay tuned. What would you say is like some negative aspects of what you do? Have you had like hate comments or like people like come up to you, or like did you read anything about yourself online that you didn't?
Yeah. Well, I don't really read my comments
Okay.
and stuff like that. Like sometimes I'll go in and like my friends' comments or like random comments and stuff like that, but I don't really be looking at that.
Yeah.
Nor do I really look at DMs.
Oh yeah, don't.
But a negative aspect, I would say that I don't want to say I feel like people in the industry might miss out on anything, but I'm just so lucky that I'm able to like get a college experience and like really experience these things, just so it's not like I feel like I missed out like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
When I decided like not to do the things that I did or make the most time of my college experience.
Yeah. So I feel like what a lot of you guys might not know, or maybe you do, but Kyla is 18 years old and she's a junior in college. So I'm going to say that again. She's 18 years old. She's been on all these movies and TV shows, and she's almost done with college at 18 years old.
Yes, we're about to be seniors.
You know how impressive that is? Like, seriously, you have to give yourself so much credit. Like, at 18 years old, I could barely fucking tie my shoelaces. And here you are, graduating from the best school of journalism in, like, the U.S. with all this stuff under your belt. Like, that is so impressive.
Thank you so much. Sometimes I just can't believe that I did it. But honestly, my mama, whenever I was acting up, she would just add another class. So like over the summer and stuff like that, I was taking chess. I was taking English, physics, all that stuff over summer during the semester. And then I woke up and they were talking about I can graduate when I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah. So thank you, mother.
So your own acting up is why you're graduating. So
exactly.
Really.
So
what would you do to act up?
Blame my attitude.
What were you doing?
I really wasn't even doing nothing. It would be like little things, like, oh, you didn't sweep the kitchen floor, or oh, you didn't
sweep the kitchen floor. Take chess.
That's like because that's like my mom, like she would give me chores just to get me in the habit of doing things. So she would be like, sweep the kitchen floor every night, just just to get me in the habit of things. And when I wouldn't do it, she would be like, well, you're not listening. So why don't you listen to this when I tell you to take chess?
You know what? I'm probably going to do that with my kids too, period.
You know what? Yeah.
So now you currently live in like the Valley area.
Yes.
Do you commute every day to USC or you live on campus?
No, I have a dorm
Okay.
on campus, but I be missing my mama. I miss my dog. I'm an only child. And so my mom and I are like this, we're so close. And I just be missing my mama. So I go home a lot, but I see her sometimes.
That's sweet. Well, there's also a lot of people that go to USC from like your industry. Do you guys like have like some sort of like a community at USC, or do you guys like find like, like comfort in one another?
Oh, yes, for sure. I feel like it definitely is like, I feel like there's communities of so many people. Like a community of the people who transferred. Like I know a lot of people who transferred in. A community of journalism majors. A community of like I don't want to say our school is like cliquey or anything like that. But
there are lots of cliques.
Yes,
Well, because I saw also at USC, like Storm Reed, for example, like she's one of your friends. Yes. And like it's like it must be good to have like a friend from like your professional life, but also like in your academic life. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, it's cool because it's like they get it. Like they understand also what it's like to balance like both things. Because not a lot of people do it. It's hard. And so it's nice to have a group of people that have that same shared understanding.
And when you do you like your shoots and stuff, is USC like really like, do they understand it? Like, do they like, are you able to take breaks?
Yes, my professors are, I feel like it's not even USC, it's the professors. I feel like if you establish a great relationship with your professor in the beginning, they just want to help you.
You're like,
they just want to see you succeed.
You're like, listen, professor, I get off this assignment, I'll mention you in my Oscar speech.
I'm crying, but I probably will be mentioning them
in my
Oscar. I probably will.
Oh, okay, good.
Most definitely.
You should. Can you mention me? Like Daniel Dana, Gen Me podcast.
Gen Me with Daniel Dana. Wait, did I just say your name wrong?
No, Dana. Not Dana. Dana.
Dana.
Yeah. A lot of people
Gen
say
Me
Dana.
with Daniel Dana.
Dana.
Gen Me with Daniel Dana. Oh my God, it's my southern accent. I swear to God, it's my southern accent.
Yeah.
Dana.
Yes.
Gen Me with Daniel.
Oh
Dana.
My God. We'll put a pause on that. We'll try to fix that after.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
So I see you're also on TikTok.
Yes.
You are TikToking it up. Who are your favorite influencers on TikTok?
Ooh, my favorite influencers on TikTok? You know what? Let's go to who can I just look at who I follow?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, other than me.
Period. No, because I loved it when you went around the USC campus and you were asking people.
Yeah, I did a bit on my TikTok, kind of like Jimmy Kimmel, which we'll talk about after, actually. Where I went around pranking people because I love pranking people, so.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love Tay Diggs has a TikTok account. Like he's from All American, he acts and stuff. His TikToks are
funny,
hilarious. Yes.
Do you have a TikTok crush?
I love Shay Mitchell too. Shay Mitchell's TikToks. Yeah. A TikTok crush? I don't think so.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
I'm
no crushes?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think I have no TikTok crushes.
No.
Or if I do, I'm not going to expose myself.
Okay. So you do have one.
No, I don't.
Mike is our producer is
He's
nodding
saying,
to himself.
Yep.
Going back to shows that you were in, you were on an episode of Jessie.
Yes.
Where you met Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was fun. It was crazy. The reason how we found out that it was Michelle Obama was because my mom, they kept asking my mom for all this information. And my mom was like, what the heck? Like, y'all asking for way too much for...
What were they asking?
Like, like Social Security. Just like a lot of stuff and like documents and stuff. And she was just like, what's going on? My mom like was nervous about all like the paperwork and stuff because she was like, why do they need to know all this information about me? Like she understood the information that they needed to know about like me, but she didn't know why they needed documents and all that stuff from her.
And then how did you know it was Michelle Obama?
Because they ended up telling us like, oh, we need all this stuff because it's Michelle Obama.
And how was she?
She was so sweet. And then after she wrote me like a handwritten note, and I have it hung up in my house, but it's with the picture of us and it's framed.
I was about to ask, did you frame it? Because you should.
Oh, of course. She was like, it was so nice working with you. You're so sweet.
Yeah.
Yada, yada. I was like, tears.
Do you have any message for any like young girls trying to get into the entertainment industry or be an actress?
I would say that it's a steady jog. It's not a sprint. And what's for you is for you.
Period. And I mean, this was clearly for you because everything came when you moved to LA, 8 years old.
Yes. So I'm gonna keep at it.
So I actually have some really big shoes to fill because your last interview was with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, the man.
It goes from Jimmy Kimmel to Daniel Dana. So I'm feeling the pressure. How am I performing?
I think you're doing a great job.
Who's funnier, me or Jimmy Kimmel?
Ooh, I can't.
You could say Jimmy Kimmel.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Oh my God, no. I love Jimmy Kimmel, so.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's literally the funniest person ever.
How was it like going on his show?
I was so nervous because it was my first talk show, first late night. And it was crazy. It was so exciting though. I had a lot of fun.
How is the process of getting on it, or like when you get there, like what did you not know was gonna happen?
Ooh, what did I not know was gonna happen?
Yeah.
It was all impromptu. Like it was kind of like you go out there and you're just having a conversation.
Did you know what he was gonna say beforehand?
No.
So they didn't give you any agenda or anything?
No, they were just like this. Like I knew I was gonna talk about the show.
Yeah. Did you meet him before the interview?
No.
That's
that
so
was the first time that
nerve-wracking.
that was when I first stepped out there. That was the first time that I met.
See, like that is so like. But then after, like, you got to like speak to him and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought like when I saw talk shows, like they would like meet with the guests before and like.
Oh no.
Talk over it.
Yeah. No.
No. So did he do your research before?
I don't know.
Was he like up late at night like Kyla-Drew Simmons?
I have no idea about the logistics of all of that, but yeah, it was an awesome experience. I'll definitely be going back.
Yeah, you're gonna be on James Corden too.
Oh shoot! Okay, I'm not
Manifesting.
even gonna lie. I would love to do the one where he has like the nasty food or whatever.
Oh, eat your guts or spill your guts, something like that.
I want to do that so bad.
Would you eat all the food? Are you like a picky eater?
I wouldn't want to, but I mean, I would play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. Well, before we wrap up, is there anything that you want to add or that we haven't spoken about or anything you want to say?
I just want to say I love Jin Mi.
Thank
you so much for having me.
Of course.
This is great. All my socials, my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube is all Kyla-Drew ATLA. KYLADREW ATLA.
For Atlanta.
Smart Girls Rock and Roll.
And then I'm Gen Me Podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. And you could find me also on Instagram and TikTok. And my personal is Daniel33. Bye, guys. Thank you for listening. And stay tuned for a new episode very soon. Bye, guys.